All right, what's up, guys? So I'm testing out this live video for the first time. It's going in and out, so hopefully it actually works. So today I'm going to talk about how to write and publish your book in 60 days. I would have loved to say 30 days because I probably could have had it done, but my designer took forever. So still, 60 days for most people is not bad. They say about 81% of people actually want to write a book. So that's about 200 million people want to write a book and don't have, I guess, the energy or the know-how or how to do it. So I'm going to show you how to write a book in 60 days, tell you what I did, how I did it, and actually it's a lot easier than most people think. So if you want to write a book, if you have that in you, I'm going to show you how easy it can really be. Okay, so the first thing you want to do, you have to have the content, okay? So write about something that you actually know about. So if there's something you know a lot about, so think about it like this. What could you talk about for 1 or 2 hours straight, okay? If you could write about something, or excuse me, if you could talk about something for 1 or 2 hours straight, that's probably a good topic. I think a lot of people get caught up in, what should I write about? I don't know anything about whatever, and that's not the point. So just find something you know a lot about and then really try to get everything you can down on paper. So if you like to write, if you like to type, get all that down on paper. If you're the type that doesn't want to write, but you can talk a lot, here's a strategy that will work really well for you. There's an app called Rev, or you can go to rev.com. So go to rev.com. There's an app called Rev, R-E-V. And what this app does is you actually can speak into it, or you can upload videos and they will transcribe everything that you said. So a good first step is just to literally speak everything that you know about a particular subject. So you can do that, and then for $1 a minute, Rev will translate everything that you are speaking, okay? So get that all on paper, and I think you'd be surprised with how quickly that you can actually get to enough content to have a book if you really do know a subject. So this could be your story, it could be something that you specialize in, something you went to school for, whatever it is. For me, it's money. So for those that don't know, I'm a financial planner. My book is Win with Money by Keeping It Simple. Actual book done in my hand in 60 days. So first thing you do, you got to have the content. So writing is good, okay? If you can write it, get it all out. What I did, I was very inspired to write this after a conversation with my sister, and I came home for 7 days and wrote straight, 8 hours a day for 7 days to get everything out on paper. So that's what I personally did. But if you don't, here's another strategy. Think of some really good questions that somebody can ask you and have them interview you and have them ask you those questions and record everything. You can use Voice Record Pro. There's a voice recorder on your iPhone. You don't need anything fancy. You could get a little microphone if you want, but you don't need that. Okay? Have them ask you questions and just ask you questions for a good 30 or 45 minutes. I think you'd be surprised that you can actually have some decent content down in about 30 to 45 minutes. So got to find a way to get the content. That's the main thing. Once you get that, then what I recommend is hiring an editor. I don't know about you, but me personally, like, I can write, but I'm not the best writer. And so what I did is I hired an editor. And you can get it for a lot cheaper than you think these days. And I hired one who had a PhD or a master's or PhD in English. She was actually in England, and she charged me $126, okay, to edit my 100-page book. That's like $1 a page. It's really not a lot. So if your excuse is I can't afford to write a book, then that one's kind of blown out of the water. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of editors that will charge you like over $1,000 to edit your book. But if this is your first one, I mean, unless this is like your absolute masterpiece, like, I just want you to get this first one done, because my plan at least is to write maybe 6 or 7 or even 10 books. So I wanted to get this one done. So for $126, I went on Fiverr, okay? And the person I use is Emgary, so E-M-G-A-R-Y. You can use her, or you can find your own person. It's just who I use, so I figure I'll share that resource with you. And I paid $126, and my book, it turned out to be about 106 pages, so really not bad, okay? So got to get your content down, then you got to hire an editor. While the book's being edited, what I recommend you is you actually hire your cover designer, okay? The cover designer, there's a couple places you can go. Fiverr's a great one. 99 Designs is a good one. Somewhere where really, I think it's a good idea to essentially outsource this to other countries, because other countries like, people in India, people in Eastern Europe, people in South America, they have really good designing skills, but if you want to do it here, it could be a very big expense. I've seen people pay thousands of dollars to get their cover design. Again, I hired mine. She was actually in the U.S., but it cost me $138. The problem with the person I hired was that the dang thing took like 60 days. Like it really took like almost a whole time, because I put that in right when I was actually getting started submitting my original copy. So I got a question here. Where can I get the book? You can actually go to Amazon and get it and search my name, or you can go to my website at jasonjhamilton.com/book. And so either way, Amazon, it's on there. It's on pre-order right now. So it's going to be actually released this Friday. But if you want to get it now, it's 99 cents for the Kindle copy or $14.99. And if you order the actual physical copy, if you order one of these, I will sign it for you and you will get the Kindle copy as well. Okay. So thank you for asking that question, Kathy. Appreciate that. So you got the content, the editor, the cover designer. 99 Designs is a great place to go. Fiverr, again, if you want just to get a basic cover, really, she did a really good job. Like, check out the back. I mean, it looks nice. I mean, there's, everyone I've shown it to said looks good, quality's good, and I paid $138. So really, like, there should be no excuse. Again, so I'm at about, $250 right now. Something you have to get as well is your ISBN number. So the ISBN number, if you want to sell a physical copy, you have to get an ISBN number. And what that is, it's a unique identifier that you can use to actually sell your book publicly, that essentially helps the publishers know that your book is a different book. So what I found out is CreateSpace through Amazon. So Amazon has their own publisher or someone they use that's connected with them called CreateSpace, and they would have given it to me for free, I guess. I didn't know that. But that's if you publish your book with them. There's good things with that and bad things with that. If you publish your book with Amazon, and it's through CreateSpace and they give you the ISBN, then it kind of limits you to only publishing with Amazon. I actually bought it through another company called Bookpatch. So bookpatch.com. Really good company. Surprisingly, the book came out great and really wasn't that much for the printing costs, and you could print one book at a time. So I'm going to talk about that in just a second. But you got to get the ISBN. I paid $25. I've seen places charge hundreds of dollars, and then some places give it away for free. So whatever suits you. I think for me, for $25, it worked out just fine, and I have the actual copies and went through the whole process. So ISBN, okay? And then you got to get your back cover designed. So the back cover design, I have my front cover designer do it as well, but I had to have the content for that. So that was something I actually forgot about. So if you want to write a book, make sure not only do you have the content for the book, but you have to actually do the back cover. The back cover is really important, okay? You don't want to just put random information. It's really essentially your way to sell the book. Like if somebody picks it up, they may like the front cover, but the first thing you're going to do is going to flip it over and look at the back, and they're going to see, what you're doing on there. So you want to have, if you know how to do sales copy and how to write it in a way that is enticing and really gets to the point of what you're trying to sell, then definitely write it yourself. But you may want to hire that out as well. And there's people that actually specialize in writing the copy for the back of your book to help it sell. So you could go to, again, 99 Designs, I think they do that. Upwork is another good one. Fiverr, there's some places on there. And again, you might spend a little more money on that. I wrote it myself because I felt comfortable with that. And I just found other books that I liked, found the format, copied the format, and then used that for mine. Okay? And then the last thing that I didn't know about to the end. So I had my book formatted by the book cover designer. So you want to have your book formatted as well. My cover designer just happened to do formatting as well, so I did it all in one place. But she formatted it to be printed, essentially. And so what I didn't know is getting it formatted for Kindle is different. So Kindle likes certain formats, they like doc formats, like Microsoft Doc, DocX, and a couple other ones. But my format was in PDF already. And I didn't have the program to edit it because they use Adobe something to edit the actual book. So I had to go back on Fiverr, and I paid somebody from India $20. They formatted it for me. It came out awesome. And so all in, $315, okay? So if you want to publish your book in 60 days or less, I probably could have done it in 30 if I was on top of the book cover designer a little bit more. But 60 days or less, it's really that simple. The first thing to do is get the content, get your book edited, get the cover, get the ISBN, the back cover, and the formatting for Kindle. So if you have any questions about that, reach out to me. My email address is jason@kisplanning.com. You can get my book if you go to jasonjhamilton.com/book, or just search my name on Amazon. The book is called Win with Money by Keeping It Simple, a financial survival guide to help you break the grip of average. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about that probably on the next video, and like what's in there and what's the content. But the book is designed to be, it's very basic. Really, anybody should be able to read it and get a good grip on like how to get started with their finances, how to get control, how to maximize their income, how to get started investing. So it has all those things in there. But today, I really wanted to teach you how to get your book written, because I think there's a lot of people out there that have a story in them or have some knowledge in them, and that getting that out there in a book form is something that you can pass on to multiple generations, and it can be something really special for you. So it's really not that hard. Self-publishing, I think, is a way to go, because you have to do all your promotion anyways, even if you do have a real publisher to do it. So again, any questions, reach out, and I'll be happy to help you out. All right, have a good day, guys. Bye.